Day 12, Justice Code. And we're going to begin today with a quote from Spider Man. With great power comes great responsibility. And that's exactly what we're looking at in Proverbs 16, verse 12, that reads, "It is an abomination to kings to commit wickedness, for the throne is established by righteousness." So think about this. What is the number one reason why people hate dirty cops? When you think about the authority that law enforcement officers have, and you think about the abuse of authority that is a breaking of the law, this is the type of injustice between the government and its people. And that's exactly what we're looking at in this particular proverb. As the saying goes, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And this is the principle that we see in the case study of Eli and the wickedness of his sons. Eli was a priest and a judge of the nation of Israel, and his sons, as priests, were using their authority in a way that was taking advantage of the people and literally were violating the law with their lustful and lascivious ways, getting too friendly with the ladies at the temple. Eli never checked his sons. As the judge of the nation, it was his responsibility to deal with their wickedness and not allow their wickedness to corrupt justice in the sight of the people. This is the exact type of situation that we see worldwide in every single government, where those who are in power, those who have authority to rule, those who have authority to judge, are not holding accountable their own family members, are not holding accountable their friends and their colleagues from law school, are not holding accountable the ones who they are responsible to say, hey, we took an oath. There's an ethical code. That's not right. And my hat goes off to every single officer of the court, every single judge, every single lawmaker who stands out to be a whistleblower, to be one who is bold enough to cut against the grain and to be the one to say, no, that's not right. When one of our colleagues steps outside the bounds of the law because they are corrupting the system of justice and creating injustice in the system that impacts the morale of the people. So, whenever we see the word abomination in the scriptures, it's more than just what we've been taught in the spookified religious version of biblical teaching and religiosity. It's really about underscoring what is against nature, what is against the king's heart, what is against the way that he designed creation to function. He is the manufacturer, he made everything for a particular purpose. And when that purpose is violated, then his intention is violated. Abomination points to what is forbidden because it is unlawful by its very design. The design of the king, the design of the ruler, the design of the court system is to be right so that you can judge between right and wrong. So when rulers, lawmakers, judges, officers of the court, officers of the law break the law, it is an abomination to the system. How is this a justice system when those who are responsible for its administration are lawless? And this is the operation of law from today's proverb, is that you are to have clean hands before you touch any matter of right and wrong between anyone else. You are supposed to examine your own heart before you put your mouth or your declaration of judgment on anybody else's situation. You must first have clean hands before you take up the mantle or the authority or the anointing of one who is declaring justice. And this is a very, very high burden. A lot of people desire to have power and a lot of people desire to have authority, but the burden or the responsibility of that power, of that authority, is to have a clean life, to have a clean lifestyle, to be the type of person who is willing to apologize and to make things right when you have done someone else wrong. But most people don't see that that's the price that you pay to carry this type of authority. And this is the reminder to those called into kingdom government, those called into being change agents for justice. There is a very, very high price to pay. With great power comes great responsibility, and that is to stay on the path of righteousness, doing what's right, saying what's right, and examining yourself every day of pride and selfishness so that you do not corrupt the system from your unclean ways. Thank you for joining me for the Justice Code Challenge. I look forward to seeing you for tomorrow's legal principle.